The lighting was okay for a second, but now it's like getting darker. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Well, I just wanted to get on and talk. It looks like I have a black eye and I don't. Like, oh my gosh. But I don't know. Life has just been very stressful. Just feeling like I'm like running in a circle, or just running in like the same stance. Like I'm not getting anywhere. And it's really frustrating. You know, you hear, you know, sometimes when people vent, sometimes we just need to listen. You know, sometimes you don't always have to say, well, things, things get better, or everybody's going through stuff. Not everybody's going through the same things. I'm sorry. Not everybody doesn't have a bed. Not everybody doesn't have a home, or doesn't have a vehicle, or doesn't have, not everybody are going through the same thing. Some people are still waking up in the morning, going to Starbucks, going to their little office job, or don't even have a job, going back home and being taken care of by their spouse or whatever the hell they got going on. Not everybody is going through the same thing. And to perpetuate that, it's like you're trying to minimize somebody else's feelings or distress or anger or sadness. Let that person feel that way, especially with women. I feel like, especially with black women, I feel like we can never be sad or angry or depressed or whatever. Like, no, we're supposed to be superheroes or some shit. Like, incombustible. Like, we're supposed to be. I just don't get it. And it's like, I don't know. I just feel like, I keep trying. I keep trying to apply myself to, jobs or different opportunities. And it's like, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like it's always some bullshit that happens. I look on a certain site and there's barely any new jobs that are being posted at all. Barely any new jobs that's being posted at all. And then the ones that are being posted are not even of a living wage. So, hey, you may get that job, possibly you may have some money in your pocket, but will you be able to pay your rent or mortgage or ever get a house for you and your kid? Probably not. Making 14 an hour. I mean, it's just crazy to me. It's just nuts the way like life is set up. And it's just like you just think like, okay, when is the better part gonna come? Everybody says, oh, it gets better. When? When? Like I feel like this has been years of just like unhappiness. And it's just like when does the better part come? Am I gonna be here to witness the better part? Or like, is the better part not made for everybody to obtain or to have? Or like, was I sold a lie? You just start to question things because it's just like you keep trying, you keep doing what people say. You apply yourself, something's great gonna come, and things are gonna get better, and it's just not. And it's just like an overwhelming amount of emotion of just like frustration and not having this, not having that. And I know you should focus on the things that you do have. I had nothing. I hate when people say, "Oh, well, things could be worse." Well, no. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, now I feel so much better. Thank you for reminding me that I could have. It could be worse. I could be like dying of a terminal illness, or I could be. I don't know. Like without, I do have a bologna sandwich that I can eat. I could do it without that bologna sandwich and just have a cup of water. So I guess my life isn't that bad because hey, at least I have a bologna sandwich. I'm sorry, me looking at somebody else's distress and comparing it and saying, oh, well, at least my life isn't like that person, that doesn't make me feel better. If anything, that make me feel bad for myself. And now I feel bad for them too. I'm like, damn, we're both fucked. I mean, goddamn. I mean, I really feel bad for you because, at least I do have some form of shelter. It may not be in my name, but hell, but it's just like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I don't. You start to feel like you don't even know what you're doing anymore. Like you just living the same day over and over and over again. And it's just a frustrating thing when you want to be able to give your child, certain things and certain opportunities and certain way of life. And you're just like, how the fuck am I going to make this happen by myself? Like you got to pull a bunny out your ass. You got to pull a magic trick out your ass as a single mom, I feel like sometimes. And um, I don't know, it's just like a deep frustration. It's just a deep amount of sadness that sometimes it's hard to admit. It's hard to be like, because sometimes throughout the day I find myself feeling like sad or emotional, and I try to like, no, you can't be sad. You gotta be happy for your child, or you don't want your child, you don't want people seeing you sad or anything like that. But it's just so deep. It's so deep. The struggle, the worrying about what am I gonna do for this? How am I gonna pay for that? Where is this gonna come from? Why does this other parent not feel obligated to check on the well-being of their child or to contribute to contribute to their child life in any form or shape? And I feel like we're just raised in a society where it's so used for women to suffer that it's just like everybody is just so used to it, and it's just like, oh, well, everything's fine. Oh, that's everybody's life. Everybody going through that. It's like no big deal. It's like, how dare you be angry? How dare you be upset? just trying to remain hopeful during a time during a time where you just see so many doors closing. So many doors closing in your face. And you're basically like, in this life, you're just told to, well, get on with it. Get on with life. That's life kind of thing. You keep up the act. You keep up the act for so long. You hold things in because you don't want people to see you upset. You don't want your child to feel that anything is wrong. I think sometimes it just overspills when I'm like talking right now, I'm just talking and I'm getting a lot of things out. Whereas I normally I try to tune things out. I try to like distract myself. I look for jobs all day on my phone. I try to watch videos, do anything to distract myself from the way that I feel. But You know, just like when will things get better? You know, I just want things to get better. You know, it's just been a long time. It's just been a long time, and then see like this country of people, you know, debating on if somebody should get food stamps or not, or if this person deserves it or not, or you got some people that are so glad that these people that aren't getting this food, the free food anymore. And it's like, what kind of world is this where someone is actually glad that there's somebody out there that probably can't eat, or have to go beg for money, or have to go to a food pantry and hope that they have enough food left for them, or glad that somebody won't be able to feed their child. Oh, well, that person made that choice to have a baby with somebody that couldn't help them. Okay, in that same breath, a lot of women that do put those high standards and be like, oh, I'm only going to date providers. Then you look at those women and say, oh, well, you're being materialistic. So what is it? We get high standards and we only date providers and men with certain careers and money. Then you're materialistic. Then you're a lazy piece of shit. Or if you be open hearted and you freely date, and somehow that man decides that he no longer wants to be a parent or do whatever, that's your fault as well. What the fuck? I feel like women, especially black women, take the brunt of every fucking thing, even though we're the ones that's holding these families together by a piece of fucking thread. I don't know. I'm just talking right now, but I need to get it together. Just go back downstairs and see what my daughter's doing. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, but whoever is listening, thank you for listening.